Good morning, everyone, and welcome, welcome. I am Chantel Taltioli of A Beautiful Surprise, and I am so freaking excited for chat today with Koby. Koby is, yeah, I'm gonna officially introduce you also, and I want you to definitely hop in here, Koby, whenever you feel ready.
Sorry.
But so the RiZe Tribe is in honor or homage of raising the consciousness of the planet. And the belief, but also the science behind that we can only raise the consciousness of the entire universe if we start within ourselves. It starts inside and it moves outward. And so I had an epiphany last night. I haven't even told you this, Koby. I haven't said this out loud at all, but I had this thought last night that it's 8 weeks yesterday to my 42nd birthday. And I have a huge goal that would be a gift to myself and to everyone else. And so I'm going to say that here at the very end of the video. So for anyone that's hopping in and can't stay, make sure to come back and watch all of this. But definitely hop back to the end. I'm going to give a special offer and where to go and how to apply and how to join us and how to get really quick results like you have got in one session, right? Literally one session with me and then joining the RiZe Tribe as well. So if you know anyone, I'm just going to say this here, if you know anyone that could use more in their life, who couldn't use more? The women that I work with in general have pretty good lives. They are happily married with kids or they have their career that's set up. And so they have this kind of this internal pull between, I should be happy. I have the American dream. I'm living what everyone tells me. I'm living what I thought I was trying to get to. And then I get here and all of a sudden it's like I'm being nudged for more. I'm being urged and I want a little bit more. And then sometimes we can call it the more monster, right? Where in your head, you're like, how dare I want more? Enter the RiZe Tribe and enter just leaning into your intuition, leaning into that gut feeling of if you are desiring something and it's not going away and it feels really good, it feels really expansive, it's probably for you. So I can see you all hopping in here. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us live. If you're here, please comment, please @mention. You do have to give StreamYard permission too. Otherwise, I see you as Facebook user. But let's go ahead and just dive in here, Koby. So the RiZe Tribe we meet on the first Saturday of every single month. It's from 10 a.m. to noon MST. And it's included in when you do private EFT sessions with me. And so we had our last one last Saturday, right? And then at the end of it, we were just kind of hanging out. Everyone else had gone off with the rest of their lives until we meet again. I say those 2 hours are what solidify and create your entire month until we meet back again, right? You come back to that, what we learned and what we talked about and what we hashed out together. And then we were just kind of chatting after, and you had shared with me some really, really cool epiphanies that you had for yourself also. And I just thought, let's just hop in and let's do a live and let's just talk about this and let's share this, this word and everything that we are able to do together. And then as I'm feeling this pull in my heart to grow the RiZe Tribe, to grow it, to grow it, to grow it. And so, yeah, maybe I'll introduce you officially now, if that's okay. Can you hear the kids?
A little bit.
A little bit? Okay. I'm next door to a preschool, so I'm right up against the wall and I can hear the kids playing over there. So it was distracting me for a minute. All right, everyone. Please welcome my friend, Koby, who not only has done one private EFT with me, but was this your third RiZe Tribe that we had done together?
I think so, yeah.
Third or second? Okay. And then also, first found A Beautiful Surprise from, you were a Pilates student, right? Pilates client. And now you are in school to become a Pilates teacher. And so you're very well-rounded, well-versed in almost all of the offerings that I have at A Beautiful Surprise. But yeah, maybe just share with us a little bit about who you are and why you decided to join the RiZe Tribe or anything you want to share.
Okay.
Whatever everyone will hear.
Hi, everyone. My name's Koby. I guess I'll get into a little. So before I even found you, I was dealing with a lot of anxiety, to the point where I could barely go to work. I was crying on the way every morning driving to work, just knowing it was going to be, you know, intense and things like that. And so that started me on my journey, knowing this isn't normal driving, crying on the way to work. So I started getting into therapy and then on some antidepressants. And, those things, therapy definitely works, and the antidepressants, they can work, but it is hard to find the right one. So I've kind of just been struggling with that for the last couple of years. And then my mom finally talked me into going to a Pilates class. And so I went with her and I loved it. It's amazing. The mind, body, whole workout in one has changed my life. And then I found out about you offering the teacher training program. And I'm so thankful because that's how I found you. And it's just been amazing and a blessing ever since. And let's see, I remember us talking and things like starting to come out with us, and you being like, I think she wants to do the RiZe Tribe. And you brought it up and I instantly was so excited. I think so many of us are searching to talk about the things that we're scared to bring up, even with our friends, our family. And in this group, not only are we learning so much, but it's so nice to just be a part of like a group again. I was an athlete. And I guess I haven't realized, how much I was missing, like being a part of a team and everyone, a whole collective, us all having, the same goals, same ideas, or same way of living life. And it's been amazing. And two, everyone is so amazing. You're building connections as well, getting to know the girls and their stories. It's amazing. And it's so nice to be around women. I know I'm totally all for women this year. And so it's been amazing. Is that what I
Absolutely. Yeah. What was coming up for me as you were speaking there was, so yesterday was Easter Sunday, and I was over at my parents' house, and my mom was asking me, because we're getting ready to run another round of teacher training, Pilates teacher training. And she was like, well, are some of these students that are coming in to go through your training, are they thinking that they then want to go out and do exactly what you did and open their own studios,
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I sure hope so. And you're one of those people, right?
Yes.
Yeah. And so, like, I don't know, I foresee a beautiful surprise being able to branch out and open up more locations really, really soon. That might be something. It might be something like, a Koby studio also, but whatever that is. But that's also something that I really teach in the RiZe Tribe is it's not the theory of abundance. It is abundance. More creates more, creates more, creates the same kind of like energy. And so I hear it all the time from other studio owners, like, why are you running a teacher training? You're creating your own competition. Like, no, we're creating this evolution, this rising of all of us moving together,
Mm-hmm.
And so that's what was coming up for me as you were saying that, because that's really what it is. It's not only the group, it's not only getting together, but it's the teachings, it's the everything behind that. So next time in May, we start going into more universal laws, right? And which just feels like the natural progression. So the RiZe Tribe is also something you can jump in at any time. You have access to all of the other RiZe Tribes that I've recorded and uploaded. And then you just you chill with us and we just keep evolving together. Yeah. I thank you for being so honest and so just raw about where you were coming in, Koby, because it's important to mention also that you didn't start Pilates with me. You started another studio.
Mm-hmm.
So another studio was able to give you that, where you went in and you're like, this is what I need. I as a former athlete, I need to move my body. I need to connect mentally to how I'm feeling. And then came to a beautiful surprise, to start doing some Pilates sessions as well. And then decided to sign up for the teacher training and then moved into the RiZe Tribe, right? And so like what you said yesterday in the text that you sent me, is it okay if I just
Of course.
Okay. So it pulls in my heart. So you said, here, I pulled it up right here. I'm just going to read it really fast. I realized how much I realized how much I was missing being a part of something. Almost like a team, a group of collective women with the same goal has been huge for me. Tapping has changed my life. I handle stressful situations as they're happening much better, and my anxiety has diminished, and life is much more enjoyable. Which is like, oh, you're right. We're not meant to cry on the drive to work.
Yeah.
We're not meant to have the TGIF feeling that we're going into the weekend because it's the weekend. We're not meant to have that downer mid-Sunday afternoon because Monday morning we have to go back to work. We're not. We're meant to thrive, right? And that's another thing that we go into in the RiZe Tribe is where the human brain has been conditioned to just survive, which is great. And now what we know through DNA is that we can actually change that and we can train our brain to thrive with us and to have that feeling of being really excited nearly all the time. So let me ask you, Koby, when you say, you know, being like a group of collective women with the same goals in mind, the same goals as in we're all in it, we're all cheering for each other, we're all wanting more for one another. And that really comes back around to what I struggled with for a really long time was the more I fill my own cup, the more I take care of myself, the more I take time to actually do Pilates sessions myself, the more I then have to give to my family, to my community, to my business, outward. And it took me nearly 42 years to fully embody that. But now that I have, my life has changed so much so that I'm now teaching it. So let me just ask you, why the RiZe Tribe? Because you have been part of other collectives. I know you've been invited to be like part of another really cool organization, which is part of all of this, right? Like one thing and the next is, yeah. So maybe just share why me? Why Beautiful Surprise? Why the RiZe Tribe?
Of course. Well, to begin, I first had like an instant connection once I even walked in the studio. The design and how you have it is beautiful. It's so inviting and warm. As soon as I walked in, I felt a connection. And also, I mean, not alone, like the Pilates was different, obviously, than from what I had been doing as well from when I first started. And that was another thing. And then just the connection, like you can tell when someone cares about you and actually genuinely, you know, is there to help you. And that's
it's okay.
It's my new puppy and he is barking. And then I think it was even after our first session, that's when we started talking and things just started like flowing with us. And we were talking and asking, I was asking you questions and we just had barely met. And I just felt an instant connection with you. But the RiZe Tribe, I mean, I had been doing like my own thing. I constantly listening to podcasts on how to, you know, self-improve. And then I started getting into like tarot cards and just wanting to be more in tune with my intuition and just stop living so much in your head. I don't know if that makes sense. Like, I think we all live in our heads way too much and we need to listen to our bodies more, if that makes sense. And everything in the RiZe Tribe that we're touching on, you're teaching us on, are all things that I want or even wanted that I didn't know yet. Like last session was amazing. The muscle test, going over the root chakra. It's just amazing. I know that's, it's just warm in love. I don't, you know.
Yeah, no, I get you. It's hard to put it into words.
It is hard to put
I tell you, like, it's, even though it's via Zoom, you know, it's a very sacred space that I close off and, you know, we keep the energy within that Zoom meeting. Mm-hmm. And even though when you'll come back and you'll listen to it, you know, and you can listen to the visualization we went through as well, that energy is held in there. So every time you listen to it, you'll hear something different. But I get what you're saying. It's hard to put it into words. And what I'm really hearing from you also is that you didn't have to hide anymore. I know so many people that are like secretly like pulling their tarot cards their oracle cards and like never talking about it because they don't want, or their crystals, are off to the side because they don't want anyone to see it, whatever it might be. And there's no judgment around that. They're just not ready to fully step into who they want to be or what they are feeling the pull to be, and feeling like they need to filter a little bit. And that's where, like I told you guys at the very beginning of this last Zoom, I have a 2 hours worth of a presentation, but who wants to sit through another presentation? Let's just talk with each other. Let's see where we're all at, and we'll see where that takes us. And it took us to the root chakra, and it took us to muscle testing, and it took us to how can you tangibly walk away from this meeting and have something that you can trust your intuition with. And that's where the muscle testing came from. And so like just to fully step in being who you are. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh, 100%. Sometimes we can't even be our truest self to our closest people. And in here it's a judgment-free zone. And it's just like an empowerment, I feel like too. I love hearing everyone's stories and the encouragement we give. It's just like encouragement, if anything. Like, it's a group of women who we're all there to support each other. And, like anytime someone has an issue or is having a hard time, we use the group. You post, and if someone sees it, they want to jump in and help that person out. It's amazing.
Yeah, I agree. Like, I was just thinking of my mom also when I mentioned her, her asking me yesterday at Easter dinner. And my mom is also just trying to help as best as she can. She's thinking like, let me help you keep your business thriving. And that's part of it, is that we have our families. And then part of me fully stepping in, and I was telling her about what happened in the RiZe Tribe. Maybe I'll just go there if that's okay right now, for like, this is a little bit of a tangent. I try to stay away from them, but as we're so we're literally in the RiZe Tribe, right? And we're talking about like some of the universal laws. And at the same time, Jordan peeks in and she's like, there's someone up front and she wants to do a Pilates session, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, no, we have a process. I have a way of like, like you said, Pilates is a little different here. I have a proprietary method that I've created over the last 18 years that is not just Pilates, right? And so like she asked, like, tell her to, just call me later and I'll bring her in and I'll talk to her and we'll set her up. And Jordan was like, well, okay, but just so you know, in 3 minutes, I have a foundational level class. And there's literally one person in that class. We waitlist every class. So the law of divine timing, everything is in divine timing. And so the fact that this lady happened to walk in the studio one, which never happens. I'm going to say before, because now I'm just like planning on it happening all the time. We sit back off the main road, and my old joke was like, no one's like driving by and like, hey, they happen to see us like sitting back. I was like, let's pull over and pick up some Pilates sessions. Until now it's going to happen all the time. But, divine timing. So the fact that this lady happened to walk in and there was a session starting in 3 minutes, and there was one person in the class, and the one person is one person that's here, Nedra. If you're still here, thank you for watching, sister. Nedra was here, and I was like, it's Nedra. Nedra's like, she's community. She wants to pull everyone and be like, hi, I'm Nedra. Who are and welcome. And so I was like, yeah, let her jump in. This is like supposed to be. And then having talked to her after the session, I knew immediately she was supposed to land here at a beautiful surprise, and she's supposed to do EFT and she's supposed to do Pilates. And so it's really embodying like everything, like you said, with the word teaching, so that you live it. That's what I mean by these 2 hours that we meet the first of the month, the first Saturday of every month. Those 2 hours, you take those 2 hours and you apply it to the rest of your month. And that's what changes your life.
Yep.
That's the trust and the unfolding of over and over and over again. Okay, so I want to ask you one more question, but before we do, I know we're coming up on 20 minutes. And so I'm going to throw it out there. I'm going to say really quick what my epiphany or what my like challenge to myself or my goal is for my 42nd birthday. Yeah?
Yes.
That butterflies like I can feel it in my throat. Okay, so May 30th is my 42nd birthday. And I had a thought. Right now, we have 12 people in the RiZe Tribe. What if I could get to 42 people by my birthday? What if I could surpass it? What if you could surpass it? What if we could surpass it? Like I got chills thinking about it because again, more means more means more means more of what we then go out and we branch out into our own families and our communities and the world. So my throw out right here, my call to action, if you are like, hell yes, I need this, right? Like raise your hand, put it in the comment box, post down below. I'm going to copy and paste a link in down below and above where you can come in and you can say, yeah, I need this. This is what I need in my life. And let's do it. Let's make it happen. 42 people by my 42nd birthday, May 30th. I'm saying it out loud. This is me. Like I used to have these goals and I would crush them, but I would keep quiet. I would keep quiet and crush the goals. There's a power in that. There's also a power and a resonance in my voice saying this out loud and saying it's going to happen. It's going to happen. You know, it's going to happen. I felt it. So I'll post the link, 42 people. I am also on May 31st, the price will go up. I'm keeping it at the entrance of, you're a founding member, which means you never pay again for the RiZe Tribe. Koby, you and 7 others. It's $1,800 for 6 months. Plus, you get 6 private EFT sessions with me. So it's a value of $3,600 for $1,800. Be one of the first 42 people before my 42nd birthday. We're going to make it happen. Yeah? I can feel it in my body that it's happening. Are you nervous, Koby?
I'm so excited for you. I think it's amazing. I love the goal and I just am in awe of you always. So I can't wait to sit back and watch it happen.
Just chill. Just like, you know, I can feel it like in the back of my head too. Yeah, that's part of it, right? We stay in action, but we also just trust. We trust that the people that are coded to me, the people that are supposed to be in the RiZe tribe, my accent, they're going to find me and I'm going to find them, you know, and through this like, you know, you being like, hell yeah, I'll hop on a live and I'll just talk about like, you know, whatever you want to talk about. So yeah. All right. I see some comments in here. I see everyone live. Thank you so much, everyone that's still here with me. I am going to like post, I'm going to put the ticker on, but Koby, anything else? I was going to ask you something, it's like anything else you want to add?
I just want to say, I know there's so many women out there who they're just so wrapped up in their world. You know, we're all moms. We're all doing a million things. And I promise you, girls, you need this. You want it. You don't know. You might not even know it yet, but you do. And the love and support in the group is everything. Like, I can't wait. Like COVID has really, you know, put the damper on it, but I can't wait how we even talked about when we can meet in person and everything. And I'm so excited for that. So, yep. If you guys are looking for something, this is it. It really is.
Yeah. Thank you so much for saying so. And I just think that your dog really agrees.
So sorry. Oh my God.
It's okay. It's so funny. Thank you so much, Steph. Steph is another RiZe Tribe sister. And yeah, I really appreciate that. I want to throw this comment up right here too. Jessica Brown that said having affirmations really do work 100%. Let me like throw in and this was like one of my like taglines that I had a while ago, but it's still true. If you have affirmations and you feel like I'm saying these affirmations over and over and over again, and I don't really like, they're not happening, right? Like maybe you're saying, I feel really good in my own body. I feel really good in my own skin, but you walk past a mirror and you're like, you know, like those kind of things. Or I have aspirations to leave my corporate job, or I have, you know, like stuff like that, but they're not happening, or they're not happening in the way that you feel innately like they should. That's where we do the EFT tapping. Because what happens is we can't call in true affirmations while the subconscious is playing in the background over and over and over again, the old beliefs. And I use this one a lot because I think it just resonates with a lot of people in that I grew up in a way where, and then again, this isn't about my parents. This isn't about anything with them. It was something that I had decided for myself and went to the high school that I went to. So, okay, I've never shared this story. It's coming up for me, so I'm gonna share it. Like I cry thinking about it. So in my high school, I'm not gonna cry. It was, you know, a lower income, kind of pushed to the side high school. You know, we were a rougher school. We were the first school in the state that had actual cops, that had metal detectors. And so, okay, I'm gonna tell this story. The guidance counselors that we had, they did their best. And they called us all in, those of us that wanted to go to college, which is all I knew. You graduate high school, you go to college. You know, my immigrant dad, he was like, you have the chance to go to college, and in America, you take it. It's all I knew. And so I scheduled it. I went in, and the guidance counselor had this big binder, and she pulled it out, and she was like, well, here's all the colleges. Here's your options. Here's what you can do. Here's what you need to get in your HCTs, because, you know, I had a really good GPA. Again, always high achiever, right? Most women that I work with are high achievers. We hit those goals, and we hit the next goal, and we hit the next goal, and we hit the next goal, and we never celebrate ourselves. And so she like closes up the binder. I can still see it. It was like this thick. It was white, and she puts it back on the shelf. And I was kind of like, well, that's it? Like what, you know, what are my other options? Like, what else can you help me with? You know, and she was kind of like, well, you can get the application. You can help me. I can help you fill it out. And she said, but, you know, I'm really only called out to these West Side schools once. I'm at the East Side school propped up with my own office, so students have access to me every single day. I had one opportunity to meet with her. You know, we had our regular guidance, but this is the one that came in to help us really, truly apply. And so I created all sorts of stories around that. I get one chance because of where I live. You know, I'm working my ass off to get nearly a 4.0 GPA, studying for the ACTs. But because I was born on the West Side and I go to the school here, I don't have as many opportunities as anyone else. And so I developed a story around that. And that became part of a limiting belief that I have to work hard. I have to grind. I have to hustle. I have to stay up all night long. I have to make this business work. And then when I discovered EFT tapping, I realized that I could cruise with it. I could coast with it. I could tap on the meridian points that we have built in our system to calm that subconscious that was constantly playing, that I wasn't conscious of, before I could say, I own a multi-million-dollar company. I would say that, and my self-conscious would be like, no, you don't. You go to a West Side high school. Or whatever it was. Money is really hard to make. You need to work harder. You slept 3 hours last night. Don't sleep tonight if that's what you want. So that's what I mean by affirmations 100% do work. We do affirmations in EFT. But I'm just saying that because like it tugs at my heart, because, you know, I was the one that was writing affirmations all over like sticky notes and putting it on the bathroom mirrors and saying it and reciting it. You know, the mala beads, saying it over and over again, which there is something to that, the repetition of it. But if you feel like it's just not happening for me enough or yet, it's okay. Let's do some EFT tapping. Let's pull you into this vortex of the RiZe Tribe. Let's make it happen. Yeah. That feels really good. You know, and I've released that. What I now know is 100%. I was supposed to go to that West Side high school. I was supposed to meet the people that I met there. I was supposed to have that counselor fold up her binder and put it on the shelf and say, I'm going back up to the East Side, because it made me who I am. I can appreciate that now. And I can realize that I don't have to hustle and grind so hard. It just like, you know, I was supposed to have every single experience that I had before. I was supposed to go to college and have a degree that I know someday I'll get back into politics, but that's a whole other thing that I won't go tangent on. Thank you, Koby, for doing this.
Thank you for sharing that story.
Yeah, thank you. It feels good to say it. I've had it in my heart. I've tapped on it privately, but I've never said it out loud. So I know it'll resonate with a lot of people, and whatever's coming up, you know, yeah, meant to be. So. Alrighty, my friend. I so appreciate you. I love you so much. I love having you as part of the RiZe Tribe. I am so excited for you and your future and watching you grow, and everything else that might come for you today and tomorrow. And
Well, thank you so much for having me. And, I love you. I love everything. And I look forward to seeing 42 new people, or getting us to 42 people in the tribe.
Yeah. No, you said it. 42 new people is the new goal.
42 new people. I love it.
We keep the old and we bring in the new, and we just keep growing. So, all right. Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone, for being here. Thank you, Katie, my friend. I see you hopping on here. Thank you, Nedra, Steph, Jessica, everyone that hopped on live that I might not see the comments for. I so greatly appreciate it. I'm here. I will post the link, but comment below if you're even the least bit interested. You commenting here is a wink to the universe. It's a nudge to the universe that you are ready to step into more. You just are. And whether that means that you actually join the RiZe Tribe or not, you're creating the next step into what it is that you want. Can you hear the kids now singing? Okay. I'm going to end on that. Thank you so much. Have an amazing day. Have an amazing day, everyone. Thank you so much. Okay. Bye-bye.